Welcome back to CAD 201. We're going to start on the connecting rod now. It's got a lot of stuff involved in this one. So let's go File, New, and this one is in standard inches again, so English, standard IPT. So let's get started. XY plane. I want to start out and draw all this stuff in. First, come up here and I'll start right up here with a 1-inch diameter. Now again, you all draw it however you want. And to me, this is the way that I would go about it. I'd approach it. There's all kinds of different ways to do it. So we got that, and it's 6.5. I'll click on that to make it a little larger. 6.5 all the way back. Now this is all in your book too, guys. So go to your book and look it up. 6.5 all the way back, and I want to do come back here and do another circle, and it is a radius of 1, so it would be a diameter of 2. Alright, then I've got a radius of 1 point, I think it's 1.25. If I blow that up just to make sure. I think it's 1.25. Okay. All right, there we go. So 1.25, that is the radius. So 1.25, of course, times 2, because you're on diameter. Looks good. I'm just going to put me a line right down the middle of it. And it's 0.75. I'm just going to use my offset here. Offset. Catch. Oh, offset. It doesn't like that, does it? That's okay too. So I'm just going to put me a line right up here, right across it. And make sure it's, and you can look at it and make sure it's parallel to that, which it is. Dimension 0.375, which is half of 0.75. So we got that. And we can just, you can mirror it. Mirror that across that. Done. So that's the rod there. So let's go ahead and trim some of this stuff out we don't need. Okay. It's looking better all of the time. Okay. It's looking good. Now what we want to do is, and we can also go ahead and put that radius in if we want to too. Okay. This one is a 0.5. Hit there to there. And we might have to wait. It might not want to do that. Yeah. We might wait and do that after in a feature mode fill it. Sometimes you'll fall into that, and that's totally fine too. So we'll continue on here. And got all of this in. I need to put this little arc in here. And it looks like 2 inches back is where that center, so we don't need that quite yet. But right in the center here, I want to put a line, and that's not straight. Midpoint, come all the way down. We're going to trim out this back end. Get rid of all of that. Alright, so far so good. Alright, it's looking good. And I want to bring a line up here. And I want to put it straight across the top here and down. And honestly, I was going to delete that out for the time being. It's in my way. delete that. Bring me a line down all the way to there. Just one solid line. And it's 3 inches. The center of these holes are 3 inches on both sides. So what I want to do is dimension from the midpoint all the way to here. It should be 1.5. Okay? I'm just going to the center of that. That looks good. It's 0.5 across. Alright. Looks good. Bring the line down. And you notice we bring that line down, it's going to come across, right? So far. And I don't really know where that's at, so I just stopped there for the time being. That gap's 0.25 here, because you see it's 0.5 and 0.75. So click here. I can click here too. Make it. Well, we know that's. We'll get her here in a minute. It was close, wasn't it? 0.75. All right. So we got all that. It's looking really good. Looking about the way that we want it. Well, really and truly, I can do that like that. You know what? Let's go back. I don't need this. Not yet, because they're 2 different thicknesses. That's my bad. We'll go back in and we'll fix that. No, let's just keep on going. Yeah, that's fine. Well, anyhow, we got a 2-inch here, and the thing of it is we have no clue where the center point of that is. I want to show you guys a trick on here. Now, there's ways of doing this. You could go in here and use a circle and use your constraints and things like that. I want to show you all a drafting technique. And what it is I need to offset off this line right here 2 inches. So I want to bring a line up. Hit my dimension from this is going to be 2 inches, because that is what this radius is. Get you a circle in this point where it's going to touch and make it 2-inch radius, which would be 4. Now if you come back here and hit your circle where they cross at and type in 2 inches, or actually 2-inch radius would be 4, right? Check that out. Meets right up. That's just an old drafting technique. That's the reason I think that people still need to learn how to draft. There's so many things the computer will do for you, but it's pretty cool when you understand what it's doing. So now, delete that out and trim. Just some descriptive geometries. Delete this one off. And 2, I need to delete this dimension off there so I can actually do a trim on that. It didn't want to do it until then. Then I can trim all of this stuff off in the middle. I don't need these on here either, because all this is going to come off here in just a minute. And I can go ahead also and mirror this to the other side. I had to find a center line there. And honestly, I messed up. I need the rest of this too, don't I? So when I do a mirror, I grab all of this and grab this. Mirror line is right there. Apply. Done. All this comes out. Not that though. And I noticed something up here wasn't blending correctly. Right there. Gotta get that out of there. Gotta get that out of there. Should be blending tangent to that. Yep, that looks a lot better. Alright, so that's in there, and now let's trim this stuff out up here. That's gone, that's gone. So now I should be able to extrude this out. So finish sketch. extrude, picked it up. The overall on this thing is 1 inch. So I got 1 inch on here, it's perfect. Okay, so now we got to that point. So we've got to cut some of this stuff out on the inside of this. So start us a new sketch right there. Come in here, just bring that up and touch that point. There it is, 1.25. Also, you have another one here. Kind of grab that, 1.25, right? Actually, no. 1.25 radius. 1.25 times 2, which would be 3. And that looks pretty good. So it's going to cut all this out. And all you have to do is put your rectangle around it. It's fine. We're going to close this in right here. Okay. Yeah, that should do it. So I finished the sketch, I hit extrude, and I come in here and touch that. It didn't grab what I want it to. Yeah, that's right. So what I want to do is do a cut, and I'm only going to go back, let's see, this is 1 inch, and this in the middle is half, so it'll be 1/4 on both sides, right? Cut that out 1/4 inch on both sides. There that is. And we'll offset it. And we'll do something cool here in just a second to get the rest of it. There's some more things I need to do. I need to put this inside of it right here. And there's also one more thing that I need to do. I should have done that in the sketch. Let's go back and fix the sketch. This right here needs to be taller. So if I can go back here, I can fix that real quick. Double click the sketch. This actually needs to go all the way up, and that is a radius of 0.25. It needs to go up 0.25 taller. So double click that, and it went the wrong way. I was afraid of that. So what I want to do is delete that off, dimension this, go 0.75, and it keeps wanting to do that. I was afraid of that. So let's dimension it. Let's put a constraint to it to where it doesn't move. And there you go. It's not going to move now. I had to put something that would hold it there. You all see what I'm saying? And now when I go to line and bring that across to finish sketch, it'll automatically update it, made those larger. That's perfect. Because what I want to do here is I want to round these over. These are 0.25 radiuses, easy to do. Up here in modify, you got fillet, and inside that fillet should be 0.25. Okay, and you come in here, you click this one and this one, you rotate it over, you grab that one, and you grab that one. And the problem of it is it's too much. We can't do it yet. We got to hold off until we get the other side cut out. But that's kind of the way we're going to go with it. So I need to do this first. I need to put this slot in here. And again, use that slot tool inside of rectangle, center to center. I just roughly grab it, come in here, and it's 3 inches. I got to get it straight first. And then it's 0.5 is the diameter on it. And now I can get the measurement correct on it. It's 2 inches from the end here to the center there. Always close. Finish, extrude. I want to do a cut. And how deep is that cut? 0.125. Y'all see that right there? And hit OK on that. So now that's all in there. And what I want to do now is I want to make myself a midpoint plane. Okay? And there's all kinds of, I mean, I go to the other side and do what I did here and cut that out, but check this out. I can go in here and go to Work Features, Plane, and do Midpoint Plane. And in that I can catch on this side to this side, and it puts myself a plane in there. Do you guys see that? Okay. So now I can come up here, well, I'm in feature mode. I'm not in sketch mode, but I'm in feature. I can hit mirror and ask me what features do I want. Well, I can come here and click on that extrusion that I just did, or I can actually go in there and click on it. Either way. So I can click on that and that. Remember I cut that back? And my mirror plane would be the one I just made. And I hit OK. Did you all notice it put it on both sides? Sweet, isn't it? And then now we can go back and do what I was starting to do a few minutes ago with that 0.25. Was it 0.25? Yeah. Come in here, touch that point, touch that point, that point, and that point. So you got all that in there, all that's looking good. And again, guys, you just got to put your holes on the end of it, put your new sketch. But also you can use that fillet tool that we just used to put that little bit of a 0.5 radius inside of this. Just click on that, it automatically do it for you. Okay, so again, put your holes in the side of it. I'm just going to save some time and not go that route. And also go ahead and eye properties. This is carbon steel, so again, go down there and find your carbon steel, change that, and you are ready to go. And if you want to hide this plane, just right click on it, hit visibility, turn it off, and there's your part. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know.